gonna keep harping on that fucking point, but just imagine. Oh god, my Deadwood drunk game. Oh, I don't even know why I uploaded that. Sometimes when you're drunk, it's awesome. That's good. That's good. And sometimes when I'm drunk, I think I'm just a dick. But isn't everybody? Okay, so we actually have a team fight going on here. And let's just, again, it's an hour-long game, but whatever. We'll speed up the boring parts that come later. I'm really interested in these team fights. Just because I want to see, when pro teams are playing, where are their teams standing when it starts? Where are they standing when where are they standing when it ends? Things like that. And we have a Curse doing a really nice job. There's nobody on the Hellboard team that's going to be able to touch him for a while, right? Now, if you're something like Silhouette, who has an illusion right here, where the fuck's real Silhouette? Right here, you're still in a little bit of a dangerous position, right? You don't really want to be standing here with 1100 gold, with 1100 HP, but has the Demented Shaman, has the Curse, really lets her stand wherever she wants. Just really, well, not wherever she wants, within reason. And it looks like there might not actually be a team fight unless Master of Arms wants to start it off here. Oh, we do see Balfagor. Is he going to do the little vomit here on the Silhouette? No, actually choosing not to. Definitely would have been in range to start the slow on Silhouette had he chosen to do it. I'm not sure if they just weren't sure if they wanted a team fight or not, or what was up. Now let's pause again because this is interesting because the Legion team is really kind of, by the way, 3 bracers here on Dimension Shaman. I like that. Makes them a little bit more beefy. They're a pretty cheap price. But Legion team is a little bit of a awkward position. I guess they want to kind of sandwich them, where maybe they think that the back end is going to be able to stay alive long enough to really let the front end kind of catch up and pick off what is going to be the back. Because what's going to happen, ideally, I haven't seen this, but in my head, what's going to happen is the tankier players are going to move up into this team fight, and they're going to leave people like Rhapsody and Hellbringer in what's going to become the back of the team fight, which is where Tundra and Silhouette are going to go up. I'm guessing that's kind of what the ideal situation for the Legion team is going to be. However, if the Hellboard team adjusts accordingly, they might be in a bad position. Yeah, it looks like Zaku might just die. That might be kind of the net result here. Oh, look at all those minus 36s. He might actually maybe get away. There you go, 3 bracers. Oh, Balfagor's right there. Yeah, so I really don't know why they felt like they needed to go back in there. I love the ruler. Oh my god, look how nice this is. I'm gonna build you guys a. Oh, can't make it straight. I can't make a perfectly straight line. Oh no. Keep throwing as usual. It does look like the Hellborn team is going to attempt Conger at this point. I don't know if the Legion team really has any way of stopping them. They don't want to do a 4 vs 5 by any means right now. Look how gorgeous this is. Oh, it's just, like, if you're like a carry player, like, that is just so handsome. That is so sexy, right? Like, if you're a support player too, obviously you appreciate this. But, just as somebody that loves when I can see the map, I just really like that. They do put the token on Master of Arms, I imagine. Yep. I'm going to be interested to see what he goes next. Is he going to go for another proc item? Is he going to go for something like Savage Mace? Is he going to go for something like... I actually like Thunderclaw on him. And I think part of the reason why I like Thunderclaw on him is just because I can't fucking build it on anybody else. I think, it's so hard for me to say definitively at this point. But, obviously, I feel like this game should have been remade or replayed. It's a great game. It's a really close game. But there's just a game-breaking bug in it. That's all I need to hear is that there's a game-breaking bug in the game that wasn't known about before the game started. Maybe I'm wrong. There are counter arguments that exist that aren't awful, right? Like, I'm not saying like, should you kill puppies? Yes or no? Like, it's a little bit of a gray area, but I don't know if it's that gray. We're gonna go ahead and speed it up. I'm gonna be a little bit more interested in just kind of team fights for the rest of this game. I think we've kind of talked to death, the lineup, their goals, things like that. One thing that comes to mind is that I don't think I've seen terribly big Hellburger ultimates. I don't know. Maybe I just haven't been paying attention to the right part of the fights, but I haven't felt like Hellbringer has really been kind of like one of those game-defining ultimates that it usually is. So it looks like the Hellboy team kind of trying to do a little push here mid. I don't know if they're just trying to make the Legion team react to them, but they didn't have a ton of vision of the Legion jungle, which makes that a little bit dangerous to do something like that. As my Skype beeps. Shut the fuck up. People ask me for my beta keys. Oh, people. Maybe I should mute my Skype when I'm casting somehow. I don't even know if you guys can hear it when it happens. No, no, I said killing puppies isn't a gray area. I said it's not like I'm asking, should we kill puppies? Yes or no? Which clearly has an answer that is better than other answers, right? The answer no is like definitively better than the answer yes. I think that this might be one of those where it's not like that. Oh, fuck. Stupid beeps. I'm going to give you the name and address of everybody that messaged me on Skype during the game, and you can yell at them. Starting with Itemization, who messaged me exactly once, so please don't attack Itemization. Good old Zach messaging me like 40 times. Success. Yeah. Oh, what's this? Oh, what's this right here? Oh, is that a Dota 2 beta key? Oh, I think it is. I have not been looking at the game at all. Oh, we did see a Frostwolf Skull being picked up by Master Rhymes. That's interesting. I mean, obviously it's going to let him stick on the targets better. Give him a little bit of survivability that he needs. Huh. I wonder if we'll start seeing him use his blue ultimate on himself instead of the red ultimate on himself. Or maybe he'll use the red ultimate on somebody else. He has a lot of options here. I like that. Is this the nerfed Frostwolf Skull, or is this the regular? Because now it's a 20% moving slow on ranged, right? So I wonder if he still does that. Anyway, let's unlock the camera. Let's go exploring a little bit here. What is Ra at? Ra does have his Behemoth's Heart done, right? He actually didn't go for a full Shaman's. He went for Mystic Vestments. It's a little bit interesting as well. I guess he just didn't feel like he needed... But they're such a magic-heavy team, and Shaman's Headdress is so good. I don't know. I guess he just thought he'd be able to get the, I guess he just thought he'd be able to get the Behemoth's Heart in a reasonable amount of time. Sorry, I'm very slightly distracted sometimes while I'm doing these. Huh. And he got an Acolyte Staff, which is good because, the mana burn from Nullfire obviously isn't percentage based, it's just a flat damage. So that's going to give him a little bit more leeway. I imagine he's going to go for a, I'm so retarded, Frostfield Plate. Which is going to be pretty good, It's going to slow the attack speed down of the team a little bit. It's going to give him a way to kind of stick on targets. The AoE slow is a little bit bigger than his Ignite, I do believe. Oh, I went for a Sheepstick. Fuck me. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't play Han, I play League of Legends. Okay, sure, why not? It's going to completely disable the target, gives him a little bit of HP, more mana, I guess. Yeah, more mana is not bad. Not bad. So it does look like we're going to actually see a little bit of a team fight here, so let's go ahead and slow it back down. Let's zoom out as well, because this is an uphill team fight. So the team fight has just kind of started, right? They've just kind of initiated, they used the Nullfire Blade on what is the real Silhouette, because she doesn't have her ultimate up, so it's going to be the real one for the entire fight. We see Accursed, again, pay attention to the Accursed positioning. Look at where he's standing right now. Look at how good this is. Right? He's not going to need to use his fucking ult. Does he have? I'm sure he has his ultimate at this point, right? Yeah, surely. He's got a level 2. But there's not going to be a reason to use it right away. He's in a position to support his carry, but he's not standing like here. If he was standing like here, well then suddenly this whole half of the team has perfect access to you. Right, but in order to get to Curse right now, you have to go all the way over here, which is a pain in the ass, especially when you have to go uphill. And the Legion team is going to be able to cut you off right halfway right here. There's no way in hell, I can tell you right now, there's no way in hell they're going to come pick off this Accursed. He's only got 1100 HP, he's not super buffy, but the amount of protection that he gives to Silhouette is pretty huge. So let's go ahead and slow this down a little bit. Legion team in a pretty good position to kind of cut off the Hellboy team if they go up the hill on the Silhouette. See a really nice Geobane and just running the fuck away at this point. She wants to give her team a chance to catch up. I expect her to turn around right there, and then she's just gonna kind of keep running away, I guess. There you go. She's just kind of looping back around. Wants to get back to the fight, but she doesn't want to rush it. She doesn't want to get there ahead of the rest of the team. And we see, again, we see the supports hanging back. Very good positioning by both Demented Shaman and Accursed. They should be able to really keep her alive there. Oh, they just barely get hit by the Hellbringer ultimate, which is really, really unfortunate. Let's look at how fucking close to the edge of that ultimate they are. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the really slow Mary Kay and Ashley Olsen video where they're talking about pizza. Now, see, Demented Shaman walked forward a little bit there. You guys didn't see me pointing at my screen, but he walked forward a little bit there. And I actually think that maybe if he didn't, he would have lived. But I guess he had to get within range to heal there properly. But you can see they just barely fucking get hit. Like, I would not have expected this Accursed to get stunned by that fucking ultimate. No way. What? Where is their music playing on my computer right now? Oh, it was Rhapsody. Rhapsody's thing still plays after you pause the game. Oh my god, I was so confused. But no, you would really not expect him to actually get hit by that, which is really unfortunate. I think that probably is going to lead to her death. Yeah, you can see Accursed has a Cauterize up. Oh, that's a shame. But now the Legion team kind of getting a chance to do a little bit of counter damage. Right? They're moving in, they're really pushing in, they want to get right into the action. They have that Amun-Ra, who obviously wants to be right in the center, you know, come at me, bro, style, right? And we have the Tundra, who has a Puzzle Box level 3, which we see right here, which will do quite a bit of damage, will do quite a bit of mana draining as well if he micros it properly. But they're just going to be able to do so much damage here. They don't have the token, they do have the token. Oh, they did another Kongor. I was talking about something else, because that one was lost there, but that was a while ago. So they have a token, they also have Bananas. On an electrician who's doing a shit ton of AoE damage right now. So I'm a little bit worried for the Legion team in this team fight. And again, we're way overanalyzing these team fights because it's fun. Yeah, you can see Legion team ran in, realized maybe not the best position, and ran the fuck out, you can take a lot of damage just running away from things. We did see a silhouette buyback here, obviously, doing a shit ton of damage to Balthagor. And that's such an important buyback. You see, Silhouette maybe didn't do all of the damage there, but she definitely facilitated Amun-Ra coming back in and having the confidence to come back in. But she's not quite out of the water yet. We did have the token from Master of Arms come off. Now, Ra had his ultimate up? Question mark? Yeah, somebody's pointed out to me that Tundra had used his shards at a timing when maybe he should have been using his ultimate. That seems like a pretty valid little critique of that team fight as well. Now again, you know, we can look at things and we can say, ah, Demented Shaman ran forward a foot that he shouldn't have. And we can say that that is bad, and that next time we need to play really close attention to kind of the width of that ultimate, but, you know, in the moment it's so fucking hard to do that kind of stuff. And we see the team fight is still going. Amun-Ra trying to go back in here a little bit. Ooh. Oh, he did use that shield again. Just gives him so much boost of survivability. But yeah, I don't really think Amun-Ra is going to be able to get away from Electrician here. It's just kind of a matter of will Accursed as well, and it doesn't look like it. Now, pay attention to Trixie there. Right? A lot of players, right, are going to be in this situation a lot. Okay? So you're chasing Amun-Ra, and you're like, I really want to kill Amun-Ra. Amun-Ra needs to fucking die right now. Right? And your team is coming, but you really want to kill Amun-Ra, but he just switches right off of him, and he goes right for a curse, and gets the other kill as well. You have to trust that if somebody is dead, just let your team kill them. Right? If you can get on somebody and they can't, it's really important that you switch that target. Really good job by Trixie. It's a really good example of something like that. You don't see that a ton. You know, there's not a ton of examples in pro games where people kind of fuck that up. I think that's a really important thing that kind of separates pro players from even, I would say, fairly high-level public players. The fuck? I don't even know what happened there. Sorry. So I guess we can take a look at items while we're watching the game in 8x. So we do have that cheap stick again on Ra. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Like, I get it. I get the idea. And it's really good that he was able to stop the the Master of Arms from draining his ultimate. So I guess maybe it makes sense. I don't know. I want to not like it, and so I'm trying to justify it more than I actually have reasons. I guess we can slow down this team fight a little bit for the rest of it. We do see he's still tanky as hell. But Electrician's super farmed at this point, really able to kind of take control of the team fights, which is something that Electrician really specializes in. Oh, we do see. I want to see the silhouette kill. I don't know about you guys. Comes in from the back. Again, you know, positioning is just so important. I don't know what made that just freak out right now. That's okay. And so while you have all the big tanky heroes, like you have Master of Arms, the Electrician chasing after these guys, a lot of times they'll have pretty squishy people in the back that you can come pick off. Now, I don't know if they actually make it out of here. Hook up and TP and yeah, easy fucking peasy. So really good technique when you're playing something like that is use your movement. Pay attention to how people line up their team fights. You know, even in low-level games, people have a perception of tanks go in front, right? Because you got to pick a tank, and then you have things like the range carries here, and then you have something like the supports here. Really take advantage of that and try to think, how can I use the terrain to get around on them and come from a direction they don't expect. Just really something that people don't talk about. People don't talk about positioning in Han enough. I don't think that people really focus on it enough. You see the Legion team is probably going to lose a Rax here. And again, there's only been 27 kills this entire game. Well, 28 kills. Or does that count? I don't even know if that counts on the board or not. And so if you look at this, you would say, okay, you know, Hellborn team clearly had a big advantage at this point. But Silhouette just kind of underfarmed a little bit. Yeah, Ra is not getting a ton of support after initiative, but it's kind of hard because the timing at it, the timing that Ra is using for his initiation isn't... He's not the initiator. He's doing a timing that's kind of similar to Tempest, right? I guess we can just play this at 1x while I talk. Similar to Tempest, which is... Okay, I want the team fight to start, and then I want them to get out of position from that, and then I want to initiate. I don't think that Tempest is a really great right off the bat jump-in hero. There's just too many ways to interrupt that shit. But if you catch them off when they're kind of, you know, spreading out, some people start running away, some people over here, you can really devastate a lot of people with it. Really nice ignites here by Amun-Ra. He's doing a good job of hitting multiple people with it, but they're barely going to get a kill on Electrician. Yeah, they do. That's actually pretty important. That's going to give them a opportunity. They already have 2 dead. If they had more people up, they'd have an opportunity to kind of punish them and push. That's unfortunate. They do not. Oh, another really important pickoff here. Oh, no wonder the game keeps going on. You know, without those 2 pickoffs, I don't think this game lasts much longer, to be honest with you. Amun-Ra, he has his ultimate up. Not sure if he's going to be able to get out of here. How much gold does Amun-Ra have? He's only sitting at about 1,500. He's got about 420 GPM. I feel like he should have more at this point. More items, I should say. More gold. Did he buy back at some point? I don't think so. You can see Shiver doing a really good job of sighting. Just little things like that from Tundra players are so important. I don't think we've seen him pick up... a lot of times I really like seeing Tundras pick up an eye and just countering the shit out of the map. Obviously, Puzzle Box 3 can do that. The timing on it is a little bit wonky when you're using a Puzzle Box to counter ward because you don't want to have a team fight coming up, obviously, or you can't use it in a fucking team fight. Also, Jester in the chat pointed out that, you know, Fade is a really good example of a hero that can do that, what I was talking about earlier, where you go in the back, you wait for the supports to be out of position, and then you just kind of fucking kill them all. They have like a tri-support team, right? Like 2 supports and then like some of I don't know, like a semi-carry. Just pick all of them off. It's so good. I love Rhapsody's sound work. We kind of we filleted Sound Wizard today a little bit on the podcast on Mid Please. He's so good. Yeah, the tree walking is a little bit ridiculous on Fade. I'm glad they nerfed the vision that she had at level 1, though, because she was able to see fucking everything. I don't even remember how many patches ago that was. So we did see Master of Arms pick up that Savage Mace. He gets a shit ton of procs just because of that red gun. So this is what a little bit of a clusterfuck of a team fight looks like, right? Let's try to break it down. Again, right off the bat. Okay, right off the bat. Sebuska playing on a curse all the way in the back. Right? Nice little safe little cubbyhole. This is Sebuska's little house. And nobody gets into this house without his permission. Dimension Shaman a little bit more farther forward than I would like him, right? We'd like him to be maybe somewhere like here, just to kind of create a little bit of difference in movement between him and the Cursed. But, you know, really what we had was a Sheepstick Initiation on Master of Arms, and Amun-Ra just kind of running into the middle of everything. Now, he does have his ultimate up, and he's doing quite a bit of damage, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to actually kill the Hellborn team. We did see a nice little tablet command here on Master of Arms. That's going to give him enough time to actually get his ultimate off, which is going to let them actually get the kill on Ra. He's going to come back up, but, you know, they just kind of run away from it. And then he doesn't really have too much that he can do. You want to be really careful fighting Ra when he reses. Even if, like, you can burn him down, he does a shit ton of damage. Because he does get that damage boost as well. So he does 30 extra % damage. 30 extra % damage. 30% extra damage. Let's go ahead and fast forward this up again. Again, such a close game. You know, we have okay, like this should be green when it's positive, like even though they're the red team. Like green is positive and red is negative. Like, come on now. That's confusing to me. But yeah, we definitely have a goal advantage here for the Hellborn team. And remember, that's like a 12,000 gold swing from what we had earlier. Rhapsody doing such a good job of just staying alive. But you know, you see all the supports, right? A Curse is 2, 2, and 4. Right now he has a 3-to-1 KAD ratio. Like he's not going to say like, okay, I'm playing support, so it's okay if I suicide over and over again. Disham not doing quite as well, right? Zaku dying a little bit more than Shaman. But if we pause the fights and we look at it, we see he's a little bit out of position. Of course, you know, his range isn't quite as long on the heal maybe, but you gotta be so careful in your positioning on support. It's actually one of the harder things in the game to do, I think, is play support properly in team fights. It's even better at fast speed. So now we do obviously they're posturing for Kongor, and remember this is the 4th fucking Kongor kill of the game. So we're gonna have bananas again. It's just gonna be a matter of how are they actually gonna execute it. It's gonna be a little bit tricky. We do see both teams have some kind of actual ward vision right now, which is a little bit surprising as well. And we do see Silhouette is coming over here. Now Silhouette did choose to pick up quite a late portal key. A lot of players that play Silhouette that get a portal key tend to get it very, very early, right? Because they want to get a lot of really good ganks with it. But, you know, Pinnacle deciding that they just kind of need a portal key for the team fights to position really, really well. So I'll be interested to see how they actually use that as well. Alright, so again, let's just pause the game, take a look at where people are during the team fight. You know what I'm going to point out first, right? I'm going to point out this Accursed, who's super great job at being in a good position. Now, the only danger he's in right now is that he has 3 Hellborn players on the same kind of line as him that are going to be focusing on him if they want to. But, you know, Rhapsody is so far away. Hellbringer Rhapsody, not going to do a shit ton of damage to you. Balfour, actually not really that much of a threat. You know, he can really get in the team fight and mess stuff up. But I'm not that scared of a Balfour, to be honest with you. And so this actually works out to be a pretty good position. Now, Dimension Shaman has kind of the ideal position, right? He's at a choke point. He's far away from almost all of the Hellborn team. These ones have to go all the way down the ramp and then come to him. These ones have a shit ton of distance between them. And also, there's a giant Kongor, which is a little bit intimidating. And then we have this Legion team, which is kind of like a mass here in the middle. This is definitely not where you want to be. Amun-Ra feels like he wants to be in the middle of everything. And you kind of have to be to do your damage on him, but it still feels kind of wrong to be in that position, right? It still feels a little uncomfortable, even though it's something that you have to do on the hero, kind of just, that's the point of the hero, is that you farm tanky items and then you go in the middle of everything. We do also have Tundra, hasn't yet used his puzzle box, also has a barbed armor, kind of right in the middle, which is going to be good. He's going to be able to hit a few targets with his ultimate. Hopefully going to be able to get his puzzle box off in the middle of the team fight. And then we have Silhouette. I really like the Silhouette positioning as well, right? She's kind of protected by a wall on one side, which is actually helpful. You know, don't underestimate that. It's a little bit more hard, a little bit more difficult for them to surround you, and so it's a really good thing to have. Let's just go ahead and see how this plays out a little bit. Oof, oof, we see movement everywhere. Everyone's moving. We're seeing really nice tablets, things like that. Really good Mouth Assault by Hellbringer. Again, something we maybe didn't see earlier. Actually, was that even a good... Actually, hold on. I don't want to say things that are just wrong. I want to back up, and I actually want to see what the Hellbringer ult did very specifically. Did that hit Ra? Okay, it hit Ra. So we're stunning Ra. and we're stunning Tundra. Two very important targets, right? Two targets that are going to be doing a ton of damage to us. But, you know, Tundra's already gotten most of his shit off. He's already gotten his puzzle box off. He's already used his ultimate. I wouldn't say he's a high priority to really stun with the Hellbringer ultimate. I'm a little bit more concerned about this mass down here. The Demented Shaman tossing out heals, hasn't used the Astrolabe yet, hasn't used his Unbreakable yet. We have the Accursed, who is silenced by Belphegor right now, but he still has everything up. He still has the Tablet of Command up. And we have Silhouette, who is, you know, only has 1700 HP, which isn't awful by any means, but it's not a lot. It's certainly not a tank. If you watch right there, Silhouette should have ulted before blinking in the report key. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. So Silhouette not having her shadow out yet, which is a really good idea, right? You want to put your ultimate in, portal key in, and then use it to get to safety. Typically is what you want to be doing here. So I'm not actually sure I like that Hellbringer ult. I guess, you know, again, there are arguments to make for it, but you know, if they were playing this at 1/8 speed, I'm sure they really would have thought that through. And now let's pause the game. Let's look at it again. Again, we're way overanalyzing the team fights because I find it fucking fascinating. So we have the Tundra really chasing and the Rot really chasing, but look at how uncomfortable their positioning is right now. We have the entirety of the Hellborn team surrounding these two players, right? And so although we have all the players in the team fight, there's like a little bit of box. Let's just box off this area, right? I love this fucking thing so much. Look at, if this were a fight that was happening in the game, you would know that that's bad. If you were Tundra or you were Raw in that position, you would say, well, that's shit. I'm fucked, right? Because that's just a really bad position to be in. But when you add this in, suddenly people feel so much more comfortable chasing. But the effectiveness of these heroes is directly tied to their positioning to you. And yeah, Accursed might be able to get a heal off on you. He might not be able to. The Demented Shaman might be able to get in range to Unbreakable you and have the fucking cape go flying to you. There's a lot of time differential there that is just so dangerous. And so I really feel like right now, if we take a snapshot of this moment, the Legion team is really overextending. Now, did they have a choice necessarily? Are they just going to back off and just kind of hope that the Hellborn team doesn't immediately switch around and chase them and catch them? I'm not sure if the Hellborn team would have been able to catch them. Maybe the Belphegor, if they're right here, can instantly turn around and start throwing up on them and slowing them. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure. All I know is that they were definitely kind of overextended. You see Tundra gets picked off quite easily. Now, Belphegor, I don't even think Belphegor is going to get picked off here. It's going to be quite close. Nope, looks like Belphegor is going to get away as well. So for that chase, they got a death. Hopefully they're going to get a kill on this Hellbringer, right? Because he's in a very unfortunate position, having to run all the way over here. But they just have so much pressure. You know, the Hellborn team is not afraid to turn around and defend their player. As I itch my eye. Oh, that's uncomfortable. It sounds so weird. Alright, and so it looks like the Legion team isn't quite done yet. You know, the Hellborn team, like, Electrician has no mana. Does he even fucking need any? I don't know. He does a shit ton of damage. Just by being alive. Yeah. Again, a really nice Rhapsody ult. That's exactly what we talked about earlier, right? If Ra uses his Path of Direction to initiate, he has no way of stopping the Rhapsody ult. So what was the Legion team hoping to happen there, right? What was their ideal situation that maybe, I don't know, Rhapsody and Master of Arms ran out in front and the rest of their team stayed back? I don't know. I have no idea. So definitely a misfight there by the Legion team. So they come here to push the mid. I don't know if they're just going to try to get some fucking huts down because they really hate huts. No, they go right to the bottom tower. And they should be able to at least get a tower here. Let's see, they have about 30 seconds with no Silhouette. It's pretty significant. Maybe they'll get the both of the racks down. That'll be close. Yeah, it looks like they're getting a little bit bogged down in the fight here, so I'm not sure they're actually going to be able to get the racks. Unless they do shit like that. We see the barbed armor going off on Tundra. It's just not quite enough. They're able to get another pick off on Tundra. And we really saw some minor positional things, especially I think in this team fight up here, that really kind of turned the game into the favor of the Hellborn team. It kind of clinched their victory. Now, they were already ahead, but, you know. I don't think there's going to be an interesting team fight with half their team dead, so I'm pretty sure we can go ahead and fast forward this a little bit. Look at those procs from the Savage Mace. Oh my god, so good. Yep, so clearly the Hellboy team is going to win here, and that is MSI, and they went on in the NASL, obviously. I don't even know what the format is. All I know is they won this game. Really interesting game. I still think it should have just been a fucking replayed game, but whatever. Really nice job by both teams. Really great, and thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you next time.